Good morning, beautiful people. I want to share something with you that I was just recently reading that really touched me. Forgive me for reading straight out of the book, but I'm not the best at memorizing things. So this is going to be Paul talking to the Galatians here. Paul says, I am not one of those who treats Christ's death as meaningless. For if we could be saved by keeping Jewish laws, then there was no need for Christ to die. That's Galatians 2:21. Shortly after Jesus ascended into heaven, people started believing that they could lose their faith this way, that it was too simple just to believe in Jesus, that you had to have the works to go along with it. So Paul gets passionate and he says, "O foolish Galatians, what magician has hypnotized you and cast an evil spell upon you? For you used to see the meaning of Jesus' death as clearly as though I had waved a placard before you with a picture on it of Christ dying on the cross." That's Galatians 3:1. Jesus knew that men would soon distort God's news, so after his ascension into heaven, he came back and taught Paul about faith. And then Paul goes on and continues, says, "Have you gone completely crazy? For if trying to obey the Jewish laws never gave you spiritual life in the first place, why do you think that trying to obey them now will make you stronger Christians?" That's Galatians 3:3. Paul goes on, "You have suffered so much for the gospel. Now are you going to just throw it all overboard? I can hardly believe it." Galatians 3:4. Yes, hardly believe it, but many religious people do not know that what Paul was concerned about was replacing salvation by faith with keeping God's laws. Galatians 3:11 goes on and says, God has said that the only way we can be right in his sight is by faith. Aren't we glad for that? The only way out is through faith in Jesus Christ. The way of escape is open to all who believe him. Galatians 3:22. So see, people, it's not by our works. It's not us becoming good enough. It's just us simply believing in Christ and believing that he is who he says he is and believing that he is God's son. That's all we have to do. It's not our works. It's not our ability. It's strictly our faith. We have to believe that Jesus is the Son of God. He died on the cross, rose 3 days later, and we just believe that God and love God with all our heart. That's all that's needed. Time's running out. God bless. Goodbye. Have a great day.